Today we're taking a closer look at and showing you how to install the Barricade soft roll-up tonneau cover, available for the 2019 and newer Sierra 1500, equipped with either the 5 or 6 foot beds. Now, you guys should be considering the Barricade if you're looking for one of the most affordable ways to protect your bed cargo from the elements while still having access to the entire bed when needed, thanks to the very popular roll-up design. Now, the Barricade will feature a durable vinyl material over an aircraft-grade aluminum frame, along with your aircraft-grade aluminum supports, and Velcro to secure the cover in place, all for an easy bolt-on install right around that mid to high $200 price point. But let's talk more about some of the features here at the Barricade, and first and foremost, that roll-up design. Again, this is going to be the best bet for owners who need to utilize the entire bed at a moment's notice and not impair the view out of the rear window at the same time like a tri-fold cover would. Listen guys, personally, I have a hard tri-fold cover on my rig, and while I do love the security it provides, every time I need to haul something large or go to the yard waste dump, I have to fold that cover up and out of the way vertically, completely blocking the view out of my rear window, which again totally kills your visibility. That's not a deal breaker for some, especially in the day and age of backup cameras, but it is certainly worth mentioning. Now, on the other hand, a soft rolling cover like this can easily roll up and out of the way in a matter of seconds, thanks to the heavy-duty Velcro design, and again, full access to the entire bed, while at the same time not impairing your vision out of the rear window. Second feature I really dig here is the fact that Barricade does incorporate these built-in horizontal rows or supports, also made from aircraft-grade aluminum. Those are going to roll up with the cover itself, and ultimately, when in place, are going to provide support for the cover to help protect that thing from sagging, or basically that material from flapping around excessively on the highway. Now, the only con or negative I would say to a cover like this is the limited security. Listen, hard covers aren't going to be as easily defeated with a knife or something like that. So if you do frequently haul expensive cargo, you might want to consider a hard folding or hard cover option instead. But if that's not a concern, then this is again a solid option, especially at this price point. In fact, you're really not going to find many other options here on the site that are going to be more affordable for your rig at home. But let's take a closer look at this cover from a build or construction standpoint, and your main fabric or material here is going to be a soft yet durable black vinyl, which is both UV and tear resistant and is backed by a 3-year limited warranty. Now, keeping the cover in place on the sides will be the included rails here. As you can see, they are a bolt-on design. Those rails and your supports that we mentioned earlier, they're going to be made from that durable aircraft grade aluminum and then finished off in a black powder coat. Now, I will say to secure the cover once it's fully installed will be that automotive grade Velcro that again will keep the sides in place when the cover is fully closed, and then makes it a whole lot easier to roll up and out of the way when it's time to access the entire bed. In my opinion, far easier than a soft folding cover where you actually have to climb into the bed, release all those clamps on each panel, which can be kind of a pain here, especially if you're not really thrilled about climbing into the bed every single time. Now again, getting back to those rails, they are a clamp-on design, which is going to make for an easy, no-drill install that we'll show you here in a little bit. All right, so we've mentioned price now a couple times in the video. I'll mention it one more time here. Coming in at or around that mid to high $200 mark, the Barricade is going to be one of the most affordable soft rolling covers on the site for your truck at this time. All right, last but not least, let's talk about the install here. And again, because you're looking at a very simple bolt-on job, the site's gonna go 1 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter, taking you an hour at absolute most to complete from start to finish. But now to give you a better idea of how this one might go down on your truck at home, let's throw it out to the shop for our detailed walkthrough and tool breakdown.
Tools required for this install include the included Allen wrench. What's up guys? Today we're installing a tonneau cover on our Sierra, so let's get started. So now the first thing I've done is lay out all our pieces for the tonneau cover. We've got the actual cover sitting on the bulkhead here, and then we have our 2 side rails. Now on the rear part of the rails, they're labeled left and right, left for the driver, right for the passenger. So we have our connection point here. We're gonna slide our rail into our cover. We're gonna take that included 4mm Allen wrench to tighten down this bolt, and that's gonna tighten up against our rail. We'll get that done on both sides, and then we'll get this lined up so we can install our clamps. The corner of our cover, we have this kind of T-shaped channel that's gonna go into our rail. So we're just gonna line that up and slide it in. Pull back your cover here so you can slide it on. I like to grab the other side and just push it all the way in. And then grab your Allen wrench. You're gonna tighten down this bolt. I wouldn't recommend using any power tools on this. You have a nut that's sitting in a plastic hex-shaped cutout. So if you use power tools here, you can just round that plastic and your nut's just gonna spin. So just use that included Allen wrench, tighten it down by hand, get it nice and tight, but don't overdo it. And once you have that nice and tight, do the same thing on the other side. So now we're gonna get our rails and our cover nice and lined up for our clamps. Now you wanna make sure that your spacing between the bed cap and your side rail is the same on both sides, as well as your forward to back. So let's go around doing our adjustments here. Now this rubber flap here, you want going over your bulkhead. It's gonna keep your water out. I'm gonna do that on both sides here. I'm just doing that same thing on this side, pushing my seal back and over that bulkhead. And now once you're nice and lined up, we'll grab our clamps and start clamping down our side rails. So now we're ready to install our clamps. Now this side of the clamp is gonna hook underneath the bed rail, just like that. And then this little slot at the top of the clamp is gonna sit on the lip inside the rail. Once we have that position, we're just gonna tighten down this nut, and we'll get all three on one side and do the same thing on the other. So now I'm gonna start at the back of the bed. We're just gonna go to the furthest back point we can before we get to this part that comes out that we're not gonna be able to get a clamp on. So just slide that into place. Start tightening down that nut. Now towards the front of the bed, we're gonna do the same idea as the back. Right over here, we don't have room to get a clamp. So we're just gonna go to the furthest back point where we can install our clamp. And then once we have our front and back ones in place, I'm just gonna go right in the middle of those two with my center clamp, and we'll just evenly space them out. And the middle's gonna be right about there. So now once you have all your clamps in place, you're gonna wanna start rolling out your tonneau cover. We wanna make sure that this clamp isn't interfering with this bar. So you just wanna roll it down. You can see there that our bar can sit in that channel so our clamp's not in the way, so we're good. If it was hitting your clamp, you can slide it forward or back a little bit just to get it away from that bar. So that'll wrap up this review and install of the Barricade Soft Roll-Up Tonneau Cover for your 2019 and newer Sierra 1500 with 5.8 foot short and 6.5 foot standard box. Thank you for watching, and for all things Sierra, keep it right here at AmericanTrucks.com.